Kia ora, lovely Cancer. This is your reading for this new moon in Libra, and at the same time, the solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse. So let's see what's on the storyline for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We do go through and always clarify on this channel. And thanks so much for viewing, for liking and subscribing and all of that. It so helps me to keep going, and it means there is an engagement, which I love, is so important. So let's get into it. Check out any other titles that might stand out, Cancer, for you. And we do have a rock mineral crystal card face down, which we'll pull up at the end of the reading. So for Cancer, what's on the storyline for you today? We'll get these cards out. We're getting a lot of, as I always say, there's a lot of, and doing all these readings every new and full moon, there's often a theme running through, of course, all the readings, and some cards that come up a lot for different signs. So it is quite good often to check out other readings that titles stand out. One more card for Cancer, please. For the beautiful Cancers. The Cancers. Beautiful. Okay. We're coming out here, Cancer, with a line of cards which are speaking of a level of a new, not turning over of a new leaf as such, but a new way maybe of doing things for you. Anyway, let's see. Once we go through and clarify, we've got we've got one knight and one prince. We start with the 5 of Swords, which is a difficult energy. It is difficult because it speaks about how we, or do we, when we let ourselves down. It speaks of other people in our lives taking credit for what we do or letting us down also. So it's a difficult card, and all the 5s really challenge us to shift our perspective. So, shifting perspectives. Let us see. We're going to clarify. We're going to go through and clarify. Oh, actually, sorry, but sorry, Cancer. We'll just talk about these other few cards. We've got the Knight of Pentacles up next. Now, this is very reliable. A very reliable character. And a very good manager of resources, I guess you could say. A really good manager. Knows where everything needs to be compartmentalized or sent off to be distributed in the right way. There's an incredible reliability about this card that should assuage, is that the right word, any worry, if there's any worry at this time for you. We then have the beautiful and lovely Prince of Swords going in many different directions. There's a lot of solar force in this card, I kind of feel, with all those discs. But these are described as little thought forms or fairies that take this prince in many different directions. He's learning the machinations of power, of choice, of what choice actually, how big a power it ultimately is, and being taken in many varied directions. There's a process involved here that the process is the important factor that we see. We then come to an 8. All the 8s are about the mind. We come to the 8 of Swords, about sending messages and receiving. We have reception with this card, and there's speed. I mean, this is fast movement. So, Cancer, let's see. we go back to the beginning with the Five of Swords. I get the deck splitting in half here with the Magician saying hello. So I think that's a nice sign. Five of Swords for Cancer, please. Five of Swords. It is a difficult card. Yes, it is. Five of Swords just popped out. It is a difficult card. And in this deck, we see it represented by someone coming in after a battle and basically stealing all the swords from the people that have died. Taking advantage of a situation. Let's just get another card, please. And that's not suggesting that is you. It may well be someone else around you. It may well be just a situation that you are viewing at the moment. Interesting, we're getting fives. Five of Cups. Changing perspective. As I said at the beginning, these cards are lesson cards, and if we don't feel that we need a lesson, the lesson in all of them is that, not in all of them technically, but certainly in the Five of Cups, is that we've got 3 spilt cups, but if we just turn, we see 2 full cups behind us, which is the ultimate in receptive, reciprocal giving and receiving, and balance and harmony. So if we just shift our perspective here, Cancer, there's a lot going on in the world at the moment. There's probably a lot going on where you are, and as is the theme going through. If I'm repeating myself, I can't remember what I said before, but there's a theme going through all these readings, which is hold your center, hold your seat. Know your seat and hold it at this time. Anyway, let's keep going. Knight of Discs for lovely Cancers. Knight of Discs, the consummate, sorting stuff out, managing. Wow, Cancer, some of you. We've got the Three of Swords. We understand, certainly after 2 Five of Swords and a Five of Cups. I think, yes, you, Cancer dear, you understand, whether it's from the past, whether it's a present feeling, you understand what heartbreak is. We also understand what heart healing is. We know that we may well forever carry certain experiences, and we do. We carry them in our muscle tissue and in our bodies and in our minds. But there is heart healing. I find this quite beautiful. We have the Empress. Cancer, the most nurturing and creative capacity that anyone could have. And maybe for some of you out there, it's about directing that inward, directing it to yourself. Possibly for some of you, it's about expressing that out to others. And that is part of your healing. Yeah. You understand me? Yeah. Prince of Swords, this glorious prince, moving left, right, and center. You don't, what am I talking about? You don't need to justify that. Right. That's just what I hear. 7 of Wands to clarify the Prince of Swords. There's a method in the madness. So here we have the 7 of Wands, standing up for our principles, what we believe in. Yes, it's good. But we make sure we're on stable ground when we do that. We make sure both feet are on the ground, and we don't want to get into repeat behaviours like it's exhausting to have to justify what you do, what you say to others all the time. But the beautiful thing here, Cancer, is that you have this too. Two of Cups, the ultimate in beauty, harmony, and receptivity or reciprocal relationship with yourself, is it? With others, with people that you have contracts with, if you want to call it like soul contracts, yeah. Commitments. You've got a big heart. Now, 8 of Swords, swiftness. The process of possibly embodying that Prince of Swords, of going here, there, and everywhere, is ultimately really good for you. Anyway, we're coming into the 8 of Wands here, the speed of movement. Got too many cards coming out, Cancer. Speed of movement. Is there a Cancer out there feeling a bit stuck? Because this is very interesting reading. One more, please. And I think things will calm down for you if they have not been calm by the time it gets to the next full moon, no doubt. Cancer, we have this beautiful messages coming through. We've got speed of movement. There's action. It's as if we need to be dispersed, or sort of, what's the word, fractionated, in order to get these arrows moving, in order to be able to receive. So here, this is such a full, like the narratives, there's a few going on here, so we need to stick to one. As is the way that we started with the 5, we end with this 5 of Wands, seeing where the sifting the oats from the chaff, Cancer. We're poking, we're pushing boundaries to see what's coming there, to see who is there, what's there, the total sum of it. We want to see it. We want to see it. Interesting, isn't it? Messages will be coming through. We then have the beautiful Ace of Cups. As I said, you've got a big heart. And that's a beautiful heart. We get this gift. We remain open to it. You're remaining open, even though there's a little bit of heart pain in here. There's all sorts of things going on in here. But we get this beautiful Ace coming through, and we can use it. Is this a challenge? Yeah, I think it is. But we can use it. And we need to use it. Oh. Cancer. We then have the moon. We've got some things we see, some things we are not seeing right now, but some things we are. That's why I say by the time of that full moon, everything will be fine and dandy. Now, this is not to suggest they aren't now, but there's challenges in here. And there's a directive to really get creative with your perspectives, Cancer. Beautiful. Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairy Oracle. Can we get a little glimmer from the pixies and fairies? Yes, we do. We get the beautiful oak men. This is about underground communication. Communicado. We don't see it, but it's happening. messages coming through. We don't necessarily see it coming through, but it's happening. It's happening up here. We also have, and there's a level of wisdom in this, there's a lot of wisdom coming through. We also have friendship card. This is what it says. It is about friendship. It's about support. It's beautiful. Rock mineral crystal, Cancer, that you can carry with you in your mind's eye this week. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. These cards often totally relate to the reading. I mean, sometimes they don't, but this one really does. We have black tourmaline. We have protective anxiety relief, aura cleansing, and self-belief, Cancer. This is for you to carry with you throughout the week. And certainly if you have some at home, do. On that note, Cancer, thank you so much for all your engagement, your likes, shares, subscribes, for coming in today. And we'll see you next time round. Enjoy this new moon in Libra, and wherever you are in the world, you might be in a position to, the solar eclipse. It is an annular one, so it's, it might be interesting. Certainly feels it. On that note, Cancer, ka kite. Bye now.